Okay folks, this will be a challenging one. I don't know how this one's going to turn out, if it's going to look any good. I do feel my demos are not the good quality that they normally are. I feel I've done too many mediocre ones, to be honest folks. I know I don't do it all every time. I usually just do a few boring ones or ones that don't turn out, and I feel like I've done a few too many, like I've been a little bit too much in a rush to finish what I'm doing. Just got to be honest with you folks. I'm not superhuman. I don't have superhuman powers. I'm smart, yes. I might possibly be classified as a genius, an artistic genius, but I'm still human. I'm still far from perfect, and I do get annoyed at myself for not performing as well as I feel I should. So I just want to acknowledge that I'm not perfect and I'm not powerful. I do sometimes not perform as well as I should. Anyway, let's see what we've got. A number 5, a house number that I found on the street. That's the back of it. We're interested, of course, in the front. So we're going to make this into something interesting. I don't know how the number came off. It was on the road, and it was obviously run over by some cars or vehicles, some descript. Yeah, that looks interesting. It looks very, very minimalist. I do wonder if I'm going to go with that, or I'm going to make a smaller enlargement to make it more interesting. I'm not a big fan of minimalism. Okay, I'm going to try that again. No, that's shit. Where is it? It's like, yeah, just a little bit there. There, this looks better. Didn't do that very well. I'm going to try that again. Yeah, that looks interesting. It looks minimalist as well. Wondering if we're going to use that, or we're going to do another piece. That looks better. I like that strike of red. That looks really good. But it's not what I'm after. I'm going to put it upside down this time. Yeah, that looks interesting. We seem to be getting very minimalist kinds of results out of this. I don't know if I like it. I do think we could maybe have a bit of room for minimalism. I know I don't typically like it. It's not my cup of tea. I really find I don't actually typically like it. I do make minimalist pieces like here in this situation where it seems to be the happening thing here. I'm wondering what we're going to do with it. going to maybe leave that. I don't like this minimalism, folks. It's not my cup of tea. Wondering if this is which piece we're going to use. I think this piece. So I really am not a big minimalist fan. I don't typically like it, but I know there are people who would appreciate it. It just happens to be that my work often turns out like that. It does. It's a spontaneous thing, pretty much. I do think maybe we could darken it a bit, but basically it does come out in a spontaneous way because it's not what I plan. But I know there are people out there who would like it, and I therefore allow it to happen. And that looks really quite interesting, and you have got a little bit of texture. It's not totally flat. I do wonder if maybe we're going to leave it like that. I don't like it, folks. I feel like today I just haven't been producing the kind of quality that I expect from myself. That I expect myself to produce stuff that's relatively interesting and complex. I just feel that minimalism isn't really generally my way of working. But I do accept that there are people out there who would appreciate it, even though it's not my forte. But I'm going to do something different. This is positive mode. We're going to see if we can make an interesting piece as a Harlequin design. So we're going to darken it to make it, yeah. But basically, I'm just going to start with one copy. So our mirror images are going to be in the negative mode. So this might make it less boring as a minimalist or as a maybe you could call it a semi-minimalist piece, perhaps, is what I'm producing. And that looks really quite interesting, that colour. I do like that better than the positive, actually. So I'm thinking we're going to dispense with the positive images, and we're just going to work with these dirty but interesting negative images. So negativity indeed has a place in this world, even if it's not to do with your mood or you're happy or whether you're sad or angry. Negative responses. So this looks really quite nice. Something different, folks. There's more texture in these negative images than there is with the positive ones. And there's more colour, so this is a little bit less minimalist in the so little experimentation here, folks. Turning a negative into a positive. Now I've already got that set. We just have to, we've got to switch on the mirror image. Nearly forgot. So I do think we have it on that. Sorry, I'm going all over the place. But basically, we just made something interesting, folks. It looks a little less minimalist because there's more colour and more texture in the image. It's more, sometimes the negative images do bring out more interest, more pieces that you wouldn't normally see. So maybe I should do this more often, folks. Yeah, okay. Well, looks interesting. Still minimalist, but it looks better. I think now we can call this demo quits.